I mean, nobody seen that fight coming, but then when you look at it, it's a pretty good fight. It's not a fight that I'm going crazy over, but it's a pretty good fight. It's a fight that I will watch. Um, I see Crawford stopping Eubank in probably like the ninth or tenth round. You know what I mean? Eubank is a pretty good fighter, big guy, but not like he's not crazy. You know what I mean? He's not like the craziest guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the nastiest guys in the game. He just can fight. He's a guy that can fight. But Crawford, I think Crawford's just too educated for him.
Moving up two weight classes to go to 160, it favors Chris Eubank, but in the same time, do you think that this is a testament of him getting ready, his body acclimated to a heavier weight class, meaning strength and conditioning, heavy lifting, stuff in that nature?
Yeah, I mean, Crawford isn't Crawford may not be the tallest guy, but he's not a small guy. You know what I mean? So I don't think 160 would be too bad for him. But performing at 160 is the test. You know what I mean? Seeing how you move and seeing how you feel under pressure. You know what I mean? That's the real test. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But I see him getting ready for that.
Seems like probably Eubank will probably be weighing in closer to like 175 on fight night, close maybe 180.
Yeah, that's possible.
Crawford don't look like a guy that walks around 180. You
I
know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
W- Speak upon the actual, just knowing that Bomac trained Chris Eubank for his last fight for Liam Smith. Speak upon that aspect, and do you feel like Bomac is the reason why this fight's probably happening?
I don't know if Bomac is the reason it's happening, but Bomac once training Chris Eubank gives Crawford an advantage because his trainer got to train this guy and learn his tendencies. So they know a lot about Eubank.
Right. Um, do you feel like this is a cherry pick by any means?
No, I don't think it's a cherry pick because all the guys that want to fight Crawford, they can't make the fights. So he had to make a fight with somebody.
How how does it look necessarily that the Saudis are into this matchup versus Boots and him? Like, do you feel like there's a lack of, like, there's just so much more of a popularity with the Chris Eubank? Like, why do you feel like they entertain that matchup itself? You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones dropping the bag. Am I right?
I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I don't know more than you know. Um, I think I think it's just that's the fight they can make right now. I don't know what Boots. People think that me and Boots are like cousins or some shit, or like that's my brother. I don't know what they got going on. I'm not around Boots every day. At one point, I was, but I still didn't know what was going on. The business is being handled between his father and whoever they deal with. You know what I mean? So I'm not there. I'm not hearing those things. I'm not. They're not calling me on the phone saying, "Yo, we fighting this person next," or "We got offered this." It's not my business. You know what I mean? We just happen to be from Philadelphia. I just happen to be a guy that watched that kid grow up. That's it. You know what I mean? But Eubank, Eubank is a guy that got a country behind him. I mean, not everybody love him, but he got enough fans from over there. Crawford is a guy who earned his keep. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he's done was to get to this level. And here we go. We got somebody willing to pay for it. Here we go. Crawford is a big attraction now because of his last performance. So really, Crawford could go anywhere in the world and fight, and people gonna pay attention. But this is a fight that's somewhat intriguing because Eubank has a little bit of a name, and he a big guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As far as I said the Bernie interview. He threw some key points out there. Not saying that Boots is scared because I don't think he's scared of any fighter, but is one thing about not being scared and then really wanting the fight. Do you think he wants to fight, or do you think it's like, hey, if it comes type of a thing? Yeah.
Same way a girl want to get married.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
The reason being because that's the fight that'll make him the king. You understand what I'm
Correct.
saying? Crawford's been in that position before, so he knows that. But
Have you heard that from him though? Like the way you just said that?
yeah, I talked to him probably like 3 weeks ago. He want to fight anybody, but he want that fight because that's the fight that make him the king. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
Think
yeah.
about it. Crawford's been in that position before. Crawford know what he feels like, but Crawford is in a position where it took me so long to get here. I'm not just giving it up. I'm not just giving it up. It got to be worth something. They feel like Boots. The fight with Boots isn't worth how they feel. I can't tell a person how they should feel about a fight when the business is involved. But that's the fight I want to see. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is like, I guess, like let him build his name a little more. Maybe they won't fight. I don't know. Maybe they will.
Um, as far as that concern, it's like, at this moment in time, you got to kind of play chess with your career. At this point in time, would you have to agree, as far as, make you have to do things to make it a demand, on a demand. Um, as far as you, if you was in his shoes, what would you do to make it a demand? What fight brings you to a Boots fight? I mean, to a Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, that interview I sent you, their eyes are set right off of the winner of Keith Thurman and, Tim Zoo.
Right.
But do you really want to stay comfortable at 47 where there's nobody that can really make you a name there? But then again, we have Crawford with the belts too, so this gets a little. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
What do
So
you do if you was in his position? What do you do?
I'm not the same as Boots.
Because the IBF belt ain't nothing to him. They don't look like it.
I'm not the same. Me and Boots are not the same when it comes to personalities. I'm a different type of guy.
Right.
I probably would be talking more shit and trying to fight whoever I can fight to get me that fight. Now the difference is Boots is trying to do what all of those guys did. He's trying to become champion at his weight class. He's trying to become undisputed champion at with his weight class, then move up. Him moving up to 54 is not out of question because they're gonna have to move up anyway. But he just feels like I guess it's not worth moving up right now because he trying to when he move up, he want to move up with a name. You know what I mean? I feel like he has the name, but you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard when you're so intact to American boxing to know if someone has the name or not. Because there's so many countries that watch boxing and pay for the.
And they're not going to give him credit, and it's fucked up because boxing is already hard. It's hard. It's just a hard sport. You know what I mean? So people nowadays you fight if you fight a Barrios or if you fight a Stanionis, they're not gonna give you credit. Even though I believe he should be fighting them guys. You know what I mean? But like I said again, Crawford, it took him so long to become who he is right now. The guy he's been trying to tell everybody that he is. Took him so long to become that guy. He not just about to get in the ring for $4 million, $5 million. He want to fight for big money, and I'm
Yeah,
not mad at him. I'm not mad at him, but at the same time, I believe
you're 20
if
and up.
if Crawford and Boots was announced, that fight would be the number one fight everybody would be talking about.
After the fight is what you're saying?
No, soon as the fight get announced, I think that's the fight everybody will be talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, everybody will be talking about.
Yeah,
Um, Now, so you telling me, like, because now we have two different issues here, right? you just do you when you talk to Boots, did you ever talk about him moving up to 54 to get that Crawford fight?
I never when I talk to see this is the thing. My relationship with
I'm
Boots.
just saying because you mentioned it. That's why.
No. But what I'm saying is, when I talk to Boots, it's not a reporter talking to a fighter. It's Greg Hackett talking to Boots. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I don't. We might be talking about some Philly shit. You know what I'm saying? We might be talking about some regular shit. So I don't ask him questions. I
You're not
don't
gonna
ask him.
have it like you're not gonna go question after question after question like how I
Yeah,
do.
it's
Yeah.
not like that. When I'm talking to him, I'm just like, "Yo, how you feel?" Like, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Yo, what you think they're gonna give you next? He say, "I don't even care, Jay. Whoever it is, I'm taking them out." You get what I'm saying? It's a conversation like that. Then I leave him alone. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't sit there and ask him questions. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'll be like, yo, like, if you talk about Crawford, having a conversation about Crawford, I figured people would be like, yo, listen, like, would you go up to 54 to fight him? You know what I'm saying? But if you
I
don't
think he.
know,
I think he will. If it was offered to him, I think he will. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know what. You know what I mean?
because I agree with you with that. Like, I know he's trying to do what the greats are doing, become, if I could become undisputed, unify at welterweight, move up, get another division, do a little, accomplish things. I understand that, but it's like that's what he want to do. Crawford want the money. Fights, the fights don't make happen. What happens if Saudi says, "Hey, listen, we got the bag for that fight"? Is Butch gonna say? Yeah, but I didn't unify at 47 yet. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford wants it at 54 because he feels good there. That's why.
This game that we in is scheduled just like football has a schedule. It's scheduled just like baseball has a schedule. These guys play, so the bosses are playing chess and the players are the pieces. The fighters are the pieces. I'm sorry. So when they move, they move. I don't know. And I mean, do I want to see that fight? Me personally, hell yeah.